Hey Virgo, it's Mama TPG with One Love, One Light Tarot. Welcome to your love story reading. I apologize for how long it took to get to you, but the energy is coming through and let's get started. So I have these animal spirit oracle cards. So let's see for your energy what animal spirit represents your energy, and then I'll also do the energy of your connection and then the energy of the relationship. So I intend for this column closest to you to be your energy, but it may flip-flop and be the other person's energy that you're connected to. If you're not connected to anyone, if you're single, then it's whoever you have in mind. If it doesn't resonate at all, then I would check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, or your connection sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs to get the accurate love story. All right, so spirit guides, what is the message, or what is the energy, I should say, for Virgo? And we have the moth energy. This is air energy. So like I said, this could be you, or this could be your connection. Moth energy is very much about, being drawn to the light. So there is some things that you may be, if this is you, it may be avoiding about the dark. And so there may be a call to really needing to look at your shadow. There could be someone that is in your connection that you are really drawn to and you're not exactly sure why. All right, so what is the energy of your connection? And we have water energy. We have the shark here. So I see right here, and this could be you, or this could be your connection. I see right here that this is very dominating energy, it's like there's quite a presence here, and you may feel small compared to them. All right, but we're going to read the descriptions for each of these. So what is the animal spirit energy of the relationship? And we have vulture. So this is more air energy. So I feel like there's definitely I almost feel like this is a perfect combination. If you were to literally combine the moth with the shark, you would get a vulture. That's what I'm getting here, which is really kind of funny. So let's read the description. Let's start with the moth, and I do apologize if it takes me a minute to find them. They are not in alphabetical or numbered order, so. Okay, here we go. So the moth energy is impulsive, hasty, wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. So when in balance, it's enthusiastic and whimsical. And when out of balance, it idealizes others and is very jittery. So that's the energy that I was getting as far as, really being attracted to something that is bigger than you. And the fact that you think something else is bigger than you, like I said, it could be flip-flop, but that is the issue. That's where you need to do that internal journey to recognize your own value and your own weight within a relationship, right? All right, so let's see what the shark has to say here. Oh, I think I have to go back the other direction. Shark. There we go. All right, so this says shark is directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So when in balance, it's intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. And when out of balance, it's sneaky and destructive. So there's this person is, it may not be about them being honest with you. It could be just them being honest emotionally about how they feel about your relationship. It could be about how they feel, period. How do they express emotions? How does it literally feel inside of them? It could be something they're not being honest with. All right, so the vulture energy. Let's go back to air. Okay, so vulture, this is your relationship, the energy of your relationship. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. So when in balance, it clarifies and reveals wisdom, and when out of balance, it's dramatic and aggressive. And I feel like that can be true of both of these animal energies here. So I feel like there's definitely some transformation happening and a need for balance within this relationship. So let's get started with the moth energy. What is the story there? What is the story for the moth energy? And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Could be need of balancing some karma. This is also about divine timing for me as a reader. We have Temperance. Definitely a need for balance. And patience. And then we have the Moon. So I do feel like both of you are dealing with some karmic cycles that may have not been started within your relationship. It could be karma that you are trying to wrap up that is from previous relationships. And especially if we have left things, didn't close out things properly in previous relationships, we bring that into this relationship. And so I feel like that could be what's happening here. But let's look at the shark energy. What's the story here for the shark? We have the Ace of Wands, needing a source of inspiration or being that source of inspiration for you if you are the moth. The Three of Pentacles, rebuilding, getting recognition, and the Hanged Man. Okay. So I definitely think this is a water sign person, but doesn't have to be. But I feel like there's a need to, almost like the shark needs to be able to see themselves not as the center of attention, but almost like you have to flip-flop roles in order to really experience what each other has been to this relationship, if that makes sense. So what do we have as the love story here? This vulture energy. Okay, so we have the Daughter of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. So two aces. So I do see a new beginning for this relationship, but I feel like there's going to be some challenges. If these things are not recognized before moving forward, then that's going to be the thing that's going to present these challenges. And that's what you have at the center of this reading, is this Five of Wands. And when it comes to love, Five of Wands is really a struggle to come together. So that's the center of the whole reading. So for this moth side, we're talking like being overwhelmed and a need for there to be creativity and inspiration coming from someone else. Right there, that can be a problem. If you can't find inspiration within yourself, then you're looking for somebody else to fulfill that. That can be really damaging. And there's obviously a lot of shadow and secrets within ourselves with both of these that is coming into play for this relationship, okay? So then for the shark, this Ace of Wands this is like there could be an olive branch coming to you. You may have had some type of major struggle here, and they could be contemplating like that olive branch, reaching out, apologizing, whatever the case is. But there definitely was some kind of third party energy here. It doesn't have to be another person. It could be their work. It could be their need for the spotlight, any other energy that comes in between you and this other person. But it very well could be, a third person. And then the Hangman is, really feeling like their hands are tied. So I'm seeing somebody that may be in a family situation that they have expressed that they would change or leave the situation, but they're feeling like their hands are tied. And this is causing a lot of conflict within your relationship, I should say. But we have in the relationship, this is like a peace offering. That's what I'm getting here. So there's something where the relationship is going to have a peace offering around this conflict. And the Ace of Swords is just letting you know not to settle for less. If this peace offering doesn't come, then it's time to evaluate your role in this relationship and whether this should continue. All right, so not the best, reading that you want to hear, but this is what's coming through. So let's get the lesson. Regardless of the status of this relationship, there is a story here, and it's not over yet. So what is the lesson that is meant to be learned by both of you from this relationship? And we have transformation. And if you think of transformation like, a butterfly in the cocoon, they literally, as a caterpillar, almost die. And then they come out through this transformation, they come out as a butterfly. So I do feel like that may be the case for this relationship. And I think it's going to be different for each person as to whether this relationship continues, because this transformation is happening regardless. So let's see what it says about transformation in the book here. Okay. All right. So it says, feel whatever you need to feel. It may be hard to be present with some parts of yourself. Bring them into a cocoon of gentle self-love and reflection, and insight will come. The shadows can be released and your heart space will soften. Cry or be angry if this is what you're holding on to, and laugh at the hilarious, ironic, divine perfection of it all. This card beckons you beyond your constructed outer self, where you can delve into the beautiful abyss of your being. Revel in the twilight before the dawn and let your wings unfurl. So I love that they also use the butterfly metaphor, because that is definitely what I was getting here. And the moth may be a butterfly that is just felt like it wasn't quite that beautiful being of a butterfly, but moths have their own beauty. Okay, so let's see what lessons you're individually working on. Let's start with the moth. What is the individual lesson for the moth? And we have the dove, take a leap of faith. So I see this as really taking a leap of faith of looking at that shadow part of yourself, because that's where this creativity that you need is going to come from. The hurt parts of yourself, those what is the word? Like the splinters of your heart can really heal and create this true creativity that you're so drawn to in others. Okay. And what is the shark energy working on? We have go with the flow, let things happen. Okay, so this is probably about control, and this is like the Chariot card for me. It's like you're being guided to something. The shark energy is being guided, and they don't have to be in control of that. There's something that they need to experience, and they've been feeling stuck with their hands tied, like they couldn't allow themselves this certain experience. And Spirit is coming through saying you need to go with the flow. And that's something that they probably have a very difficult time with, and why they're needing to learn the lesson via this relationship. All right, so let's look at what is next in this love story. What is next for Cancer? Not Cancer. You might be dealing with a Cancer. I don't know why I said Cancer. What is next for this Virgo love story? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. So it could be a new love coming in. It could be a new phase of love within this relationship. I think that's going to be different for all of you. But really, the Ace of Cups is talking about loving yourself first and having your own cup overflow before you can really be worth a shit to anybody else, right? Okay, then we have the Knight of Wands, this action that needs to be taken. And I feel like in regards to love, this is about one or both of you really diving into the passion and being able to let go of control. So I see that more as the shark energy, but it's really about diving in and allowing Spirit to protect and guide you to this overflowing cup within yourself. It could be self-love. All right, and what else do we have? The Four of Cups, indifference. Don't allow yourself to become indifferent, but this is about having those reservations, right? Holding back, not really capitalizing on all the opportunities that Spirit is giving you, and being afraid to do so, right? Or being focused on something else that isn't where you want your energy to go. That's what I'm getting here. All right, so let's get a guardian angel card to close this out. What guidance do we have from our guardian angels for Virgo in their relationship, this love story? Forgiveness. Holding on to past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of your life. And I feel like that's what I'm saying. Whether it's within this relationship or not, there is some healing, some forgiveness that needs to happen. And it's not just forgiving another person. It's forgiving yourself for the role that you played in your own pain in the past. And that's what's coming through for me. All right, Virgo, those are your messages. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And remember, the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.